Hello, my name is Mattie Quigley, and today I will be discussing the environmental impact that Starbucks has on our climate due to plastic and water use. The issue of the matter is that so many Americans are used to disappointment. We have latex in our water, acidic oceans, and chronically monopolistic gas companies. Most of us understand that these are serious problems in a sustainable society. However, Starbucks presents themselves as a light in the dark. Look, they advertise, we're doing so well compared to the bare minimum. One of their brightly colored posters hanging in front of their door states, "Brighten your day." It does well to lure people into their store without consideration of some of the negative impacts. So, are we to believe that a multi-billion-dollar company is not that bad? Some customers whose work or school route is adjacent to a conveniently placed Starbucks in their reach pay around $5 to $15 every single day for coffee, tea, and/or a bakery item. If you decided to even go once a week, that would be 52 times in a year. However, here on our campus, some students visit their nearby Starbucks every single day, attested to by Cecilia Kendrick, a nearly graduated dental student at the University of Kentucky. She explained during our interview, "On some days, I'm just really busy, and they make it really convenient to be able to get pretty healthy options and good options. There's one Starbucks over in the Kentucky clinic, and that's right beside the dental school. And about all of my class, or most of my class, get Starbucks at least once a day." How much water is wasted for that? Do you wash your coffee pot or cup in the morning before pouring in more? I certainly don't. As a server and a young adult of 20 in Kentucky, I don't give a crap how much water I use at work. Why would a Starbucks barista care? Point is, no one is saving water at a restaurant. In 2015, Starbucks faced a major media crisis about water use. The Wall Street Journal covered the controversy, explaining that Starbucks bottled water and sold it for $2, stating that 5 cents of the sale would be donated to the Ethos Water Fund to support water-insecure countries. At the time, there was a drought in California. A resident in a city council meeting in Merced, California, commented on the issue, stating, "You might think that in the midst of a drought emergency, diverting public fresh water supplies to bottle and selling them would be frowned upon." So, Starbucks took severe action immediately. Oh, wait, no. They took action 8 years later. "We'll cut our water use by 50%. When I read that, I laughed. Coffee is made with water. Dishes are washed with water. How do you plan to facilitate this, Starbucks? In their 2021 Global Environmental and Social Impact Report, published in 2020, they explained how. "We can only achieve this ambition by working together with and receiving feedback from our stakeholders. Partners, suppliers, nonprofit organizations, industry partners, government, farmers, and customers are all a part of our journey." Sounds to me like they're putting the heavy lifting on everyone's shoulders but their own. When I asked Cecilia if she thought these goals were attainable, she replied, No. They use water in every recipe they have. I don't see how that would be possible unless there's some fancy plumbing system that they use that limits their water use or something. I'm not really sure. That seems like a lie." As Cecilia so poetically put it, are they going to have an employee meeting and be like, "Look, guys, we got to cut back on the water because we did this in California," when they live in Kentucky? They're going to be like, "I'm going to wash my hands if I want to wash my hands." That's just not an attainable solution. So, this all leads to the question, does this matter? Yes. Starbucks is a big business. When they promote their sustainability efforts, they are utilizing the feel-good craving of their buyers to make money. Regardless of what they present, Starbucks is polluting our earth with plastic and overuse of water, just like every stingy, exploitative, billion-dollar company you can think of. But Starbucks thinks they are doing just enough to wave the white flag. For example, in 2018, Starbucks banned plastic straws. Do you remember that? My fellow University of Kentucky student sure does. She explained her thoughts on the paper straws. I don't use a straw with my Starbucks drinks, so it doesn't really affect me one way or another. But I know there are places that I've been that still have paper straws, and I really hate them. But it's not enough to make me feel like animals should suffer for it. It's just like a minor inconvenience for me. So I would rather everyone have biodegradable straws and just have me suffer. The plastic straws were brought back when people started to complain, which is ironic because they only banned them when people rose up in arms in the first place. Furthermore, Starbucks themselves admitted that their cups aren't fully recyclable because the recycling companies can rarely separate the plastic coating from the paper cup. These facts lead to the question as to if Starbucks is doing enough to improve the sustainable coffee crisis. The worldwide business could be doing more. They aren't acting in a timely manner and are just responding to the squeaky wheel that is their customers. Starbucks is at the top range of emitters globally, says Greenest Bean. In terms of greenhouse gases, global data records that they emitted 14,706 tons of CO2 equivalents in 2021. This accounts for Scope 3 greenhouse gas emissions, which are emissions which occur within the supply chain, such as coffee or food production and transportation, water processing, and paper product production. 94.2% of Starbucks emissions are Scope 3. This means that if they were to actually make vast changes to their sustainability practice, a huge environmental impact could be made. The only problem is that they may not be doing enough as a company, even though their infrastructure could allow for it.